Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift. A Voyage to Lilliput. Chapter 1. My father had a small house in Nottinghamshire. I was the third of 5 children. He sent me to Emmanuel College in Cambridge at 14, where I stayed for 3 years and studied hard. The cost of my education was too big for my family's money, so I went to work with Mr. James Bates, a doctor in London, for 4 years. My father sometimes sent me a little money, and I used it to learn about travel, because I always thought I would travel one day. When I left Mr. Bates, I went back to my father. With help from him, my Uncle John, and other family, I got £40 and a promise of £30 a year to study medicine in Leyden. I knew this would be useful on long journeys. After I came back from Leyden, my good teacher, Mr. Bates, helped me find work as a doctor on a ship called the Swallow, with Captain Abraham Pannell. I stayed on the ship for 3.5 years, travelling to many places. When I came back, I decided to live in London. Mr. Bates helped me find patients. I took a small house in the Old Jewry and married Mary Burton, the second daughter of Mr. Edmund Burton. She brought £400 with her. But after 2 years, my good teacher, Mr. Bates, died, and I had few friends, so my work was not good. I decided to go to sea again. I was a doctor on 2 ships and travelled for 6 years to many places, which helped me earn more money. In my free time, I read books and learned about people and their languages. My last journey was not very good, so I decided to stay at home with my wife and family. After 3 years waiting for things to get better, I accepted an offer from Captain William Pritchard to travel on the Antelope to the South Sea. We left Bristol on May 4th, 1699. The journey started well. I will not tell you all about our adventures. We had a terrible storm near Van Diemen's Land. By the time the storm was over, 12 of our men were dead from hard work and bad food. The rest were very weak. On November 5th, the weather was bad, and we hit a rock. The ship broke. 6 of us, including me, got into a small boat. We rowed about 3 miles, but we were too tired to continue, so we let the sea carry us. After half an hour, the wind turned our boat over. I don't know what happened to the other men. I swam and was pushed by wind and water. Finally, I found land. I walked almost a mile to the beach. It was around 8 at night. I walked another half mile, but found no houses or people. I was very tired, and with the hot weather and the drink I had on the ship, I fell asleep on the grass. I slept for about 9 hours. When I woke up, it was day. I tried to get up, but I couldn't move. I was lying on my back, and my arms, legs, and hair were tied to the ground. I could only look up. The sun was hot and bright. I heard noise around me, but couldn't see anything except the sky. Soon, I felt something small move up my leg, over my body, and near my face. When I looked down, I saw a tiny human. Then, I felt at least 40 more like him. I was very surprised and shouted, and they all ran away in fear. Some of them fell and were hurt when they jumped from my body to the ground. They came back, and one looked at my face, raised his hands, and said something I didn't understand. Hekina de Ghoul. They all repeated this many times. I was very uncomfortable. I tried to get free, but the little people ran away again, and there was a loud shout. Then I heard Tolgo Phonak, and felt 100 arrows hit my left hand. More arrows flew above me, and some hit my face, which I covered with my free hand. When the arrows stopped, I tried to get free again, but they shot more arrows and tried to attack my sides with spears. Luckily, I had a thick coat they couldn't cut through. I decided to lie still until night, when I could use my free hand to escape. I thought I could easily fight all of them if they were all the same size as the first one I saw. But things changed. When they saw I was quiet, they stopped shooting arrows. I heard more of them come, and I heard noise like people working near my right ear for about an hour. When I turned my head, I saw a small stage, about 1.5 feet above the ground, with 4 little people on it. One of them, who looked important, made a long speech. Before he started, he said, "Langro de Hul San," 3 times. 50 of them came and cut the strings on the left side of my head, so I could turn to the right and see the speaker. He appeared to be middle-aged and taller than the others with him. One was a young helper who held his clothes, and 2 others stood by him. He spoke like a public speaker. I was very hungry. I hadn't eaten since before I left the ship, so I put my finger to my mouth many times to show I needed food. The Hergo, which means important person, as I learned later, understood me. He came down from the stage and told them to put ladders against my sides. About 100 of them climbed up and walked towards my mouth with dishes of food, which the king had ordered when he first heard about me. There was meat from different animals, but I couldn't tell which. They brought food as fast as they could, showing surprise at how much I ate and how big I was. I then make a sign that I want drink. They see I eat a lot. They are very intelligent people. They bring me a big drink. I drink it all. They bring me another one. I drink it and ask for more, but they have no more. They all shout and dance on me. They make me a sign to throw down the 2 drinks. They tell people to stand away. When they see this, they all shout again. I think about taking 40 or 50 of them and throwing them on the ground, but I remember how they can hurt me. Also, I think about how they give me food and drink. I am surprised at how these small people can walk on me and not be afraid. After some time, when they see I do not ask for more food, a person of high position comes to me. He walks up my leg to my face with about 10 other people. He speaks for 10 minutes and points to a city about half a mile away. I answer, but it is not useful. I make a sign with my hand that I want to be free. He understands me, but he says no. He makes signs to tell me that I will have good food and drink. I think about breaking free, but I feel the pain from their small arrows on my face and hands. I see there are many more people now. I let them know they can do what they want with me. They all go away. After, I hear a lot of people shouting. They put something nice on my face and hands that takes away the pain from the arrows. The food and drink they give me is very good and makes me want to sleep. I sleep for 8 hours because they put something in my drink. It seems that when they first find me sleeping on the ground after I arrive, they tell their leader. They decide to tie me up, give me food and drink, and take me to the city. This may seem like a dangerous plan, but I think it is very smart. If they try to kill me with arrows when I am asleep, I would wake up and be angry and strong. I could break the ropes, and they could not stop me. These people are very good at math and making things. Their leader likes learning very much. He has machines with wheels to carry trees and other heavy things. He builds big boats in the forest and uses these machines to carry them to the sea. 500 workers start to make a big machine. It is a wood frame 3 inches from the ground, about 7 feet long and 4 wide, with 22 wheels. The noise I hear is when this machine arrives, about 4 hours after I arrive. They put it next to me, but it is hard to lift me onto it. They put up 80 poles, each 1 foot high. They use very strong ropes around my neck, hands, body, and legs. 900 strong men pull the ropes with many tools on the poles. In less than 3 hours, they lift me into the machine and tie me there. They tell me this later because I am still asleep from the drink they give me. They use 1,500 of their biggest horses, each about 4.5 inches high, to pull me to the city. About 4 hours after we start, I wake up in a funny way. The machine stops for a moment. 2 or 3 young people want to see how I look when I sleep. They climb up the machine, and one of them put something up my nose. It makes me sneeze, which makes them run away. We walk a long way that day and rest at night, with 500 guards on each side of me. The next morning, we continue our walk and arrive near the city around noon. The leader and his people come to meet us, but they do not let him come too close to me. Where the machine stops, there is an old building, one of the biggest in the country. The big door is about 4 feet high and almost 2 feet wide. I can go through it. On each side of the door is a small window. On the left side, they put in 81 chains, like on a watch, but bigger, which they lock to my left leg. On the other side of the road, there is a tower at least 5 feet high. The leader goes up with many important people to look at me. Many people from the town come to see me too, and about 10,000 climb on me with ladders. But they soon say no one can do this, or they will die. When the workers see I cannot break free, they cut the ropes that hold me. I stand up, feeling very sad. The people are very surprised to see me stand and walk. I can go into the building and lie down.